this break. I want to thank you for joining me once again. Nice evening. It really is. Beautiful evening. And I am I'm happy to have the opportunity to be a part of your you love being out there on the roof, huh? I'm gonna light this candle again. Get a little ambiance, huh? Okay. Thank you once again for being patient, and thank you for waiting. So why don't we see the signs? It's because we only want to talk about where we want to go. We never want to talk about where we are or where we've been. We only want to talk about where others have been. 99% of us have no destination. We don't know where we want to go because we don't know who we are. And this is why emptiness is always at the end of every avenue, chosen by us who are the most spiritually sensitive in this Matrix program, third eye open. This is why emptiness is always at the end of the roads that we take when we seek to define ourselves by the material dimension. You and I cannot put our focus on who we are. It literally makes us crazy. You wonder where the cognitive issues that we have developed have come from, and this is where they come from. They come from our misalignment. And it's impossible for us to revert this level of low vibrational electromagnetic potential, this negative low vibrational potential, without realizing the value of the dimension, of that part of us that we don't pay no attention to. Why? Because we haven't been told who it was, who it is. We've been told that we are what we see in the mirror. And this, everyone knows who has set out to assert a psychological warfare or a programming over the citizens of any country knows very well. They know this very, very well. In our delusion, folks, therefore, Huge suffering is going on. Huge suffering. While we commit ourselves to be professional, we fight to protect our families. What we don't know is that we've been led out on a limb, being broken by our own belief that we're right. I see many of us walking around with our modern, our metropolitan gear and, getting in and out of our brand new cars and walking into the shops and buying all the things that we believe are a necessity to keep the job, one, and to keep the masqueraded identity, two, and to also keep the relationship, three, and to also sustain the ability to self-destruct, like buy cigarettes and smoke 2 cartons a day or even a pack a day. Do drugs that destroy your body. We all have done something that brings destruction to our psyche and our body. Okay? Each and every one of us. And folks, it's time for us to put the brakes on. It's time for you and I to make the choice to put the brakes on. We don't have a choice. We really don't. I know you don't have too much of an overstanding at the moment of how it is your mind functions and how it is your energy is transferred. I know that you cannot comprehend the level of awareness that I am perceiving our truth from. And I hope that the way in which I am transliterating, I hope that it is to a high enough degree for you to be able to understand what I am so committed to making sure that you receive. Because, brothers and sisters, we owe it to ourselves. We're owed many, many, many victories, as I've said many months ago. And these victories we owe them to ourselves. No one else owes them to us. And this is why I stay disciplined to the knowledge you're about to hear. And it's my hope that you will decide to do what I've done, and that is decided to do what's best and aligned myself so that I can be as authentic in this moment. Remember, you're a conscious electromagnetic force. You're the grand equalizer, neutralizer, creator, first of all, sustainer of this matrix program and all electromagnetic field frequencies that could be created or sustained or destroyed. You got to realize the value that exists beyond your body. And now it is that time. There are many who would say trust God when a parishioner, for instance, in one of the churches throughout the world today asks, where is God? Why is this happening? Why isn't God coming like he said he would? Why do we have to deal with a system, a government, that tells us what we're experiencing, we're really not experiencing. One that leads us into total destruction on one hand and offers us a job on another. And this is, as if they are not these very same people. These are the same people that, who are literally opposing me in the media, trying to drown me so that no matter where you go, you will hear one of the talking points that I've been talking about in this show, so that in the event you ever do have an opportunity to view this show, you will say to yourself, well, this gentleman who calls himself the melanated Messiah, the guided one, he must be plagiarizing information that he's gotten off of many other people. And none of this is true. I can assure you, brothers and sisters, these people, they're nothing but well orchestrated manipulators, chaos content creators. Why the chaos? This is an electromagnetic space, interdimensional space you're in. Karma is activated by your magnetic mind, your thoughts, your consciousness, right? Your consciousness not only activates all that has already been done because of the reality that you existed before this moment, before you got to this moment, because of the fact that you are an electromagnetic being. The creator, co-creator of this matrix program. You and I kind of lost myself, so you got to forgive me. You and I are co-creators of the very negative situation we're in. And the individuals who are attempting to oppose what I'm doing, these individuals, the majority of them know that they're fleecing you. The majority of them do. Consider Kenneth Copeland. Really? Ladies and gentlemen, the only reason why you're comfortable with going along with what Kenneth Copeland's doing to your pockets is because of the fact that you get to live without being irresponsible to a very great degree in dysfunction yourself. And you're not comfortable with having to be told you're in sin, you're wrong, and you're not trying hard enough. It's the only reason why you're comfortable with these seemingly sincere, authentic, spiritual people, teachers, who are fleecing you every week, sometimes twice a week. These clubs, they are rooted in a decision that was made by us Israelites long ago. Those of us who reincarnate long ago. There are rules that govern our electromagnetic conversion as we travel, convert from avatar to 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 avatar, transgenerationally, while we are converting electromagnetically in this matrix program into the different avatars that we electromagnetically have converted into. And I am the end of the long electromagnetic journey in what is known in the Meta as the underworld. Okay? Me and the Guardians. The true dimension. The most rich dimension. The one with the most power. Now, though you can't see that, the power that is available to you is available to me, I can assure you. Folks, you and I deserve, the planet deserves an opportunity to have a serious break. Just like I decided to give my body a break on the partying, on the drinking, on the smoking cigarettes, on the eating meat, which is the worst thing you could do. You talk about a drug, you're eating blood. The Bible tells you Israelites, you black men and women, don't touch meat. That was the Old Testament, right? What makes you think that someone who's third eye blind and who is literally consumed with not only drinking blood at the most highest spaces of governance, what makes you think that taking their advice to go eat steak, it's okay for you? Is it because you believe we're all equal? Well, I'll have you know that right now, you, without me and the guidance of the Most High, you are in a haunted house. And what's worse is now the food shortage is upon you. You're used to eating cake made with eggs, right? I understand, but I've warned you over the last 13 months, 14, 15 months, that you had to really, really consider changing what you're doing. Because I knew what the gatekeepers who are attempting to shadow ban me didn't know. And that was what? The fact that there would be a food shortage, a shortage on beef, shortage on everything. I told you all things that you are comfortable with would be falling apart. And now we are here. Listening to pastors, preachers, Catholic bishops, listening to these people as if they have the guidance we're looking for and the guidance we need, as if they're not a great part of the reason for your chaos, your confusion, your loss or lack of faith. They're chosen, all right. They look great. They speak loud and clear and represent fashion and politics well. They don't know who they are, but they can tell you where to go based on their delusional perception and based on their delusional ideas of what life should be like for a lost child of Israel, or a fail-safe protocol that's out of control of control. But they're simultaneously, folks, although they look great, they are simultaneously out of conscious alignment, okay? These individuals do not have the capacity to regain control because of the fact they've already been amplified. And this is why you're starting to see the younger individuals who have recently, over the last few years, especially up until recently, begun to lose total control and do the things they're doing. Whether black, and by the way, black is a delegation of low vibrational frequency field energy. Here in this matrix program, remember the high and the low vibrational field frequencies that correlate to the black and white checkered floors that you might see in murals, in the Masonic temples. This is an electromagnetic space, folks. And soon you're going to know a lot more about your home, whether you want to be here or not. But it's yours to clean up. And this is your time, Israel. So please bear with me. We got a lot to cover. So these people, they want you to believe that they want you to believe that they're good to go. You need to know that they're simultaneously out of alignment. Okay? They're fake gatekeepers. Okay? And being now defeated, as I said a little bit ago, they're attempting to literally beat me to the punch. All right? They're trying to beat me to the punch and tell you about your issues without telling you anything about our electrochemical magnetic three-divisional radio frequency spectrum reality. And they're putting their best foot forward to keep you nothing but confused. Okay? Folks, these people are the epitome of third eye blind. These people are, claiming to be highly spiritual. They're prosperity preachers, and they are literally those very same individuals who are going to lead you into what they call, in the Bible, hell. And this is the day for negative energy in humanity to be literally washed out of the way, because no one is standing up to wash it out of the way themselves, and they do have the power. So angels are here to ensure that it does happen. Okay? Now, I do believe I read this to you in the last shift clip, this part here, but I'm going to go ahead and read through it. Once again, it's only a paragraph, and then we will move on to what you haven't heard yet. Okay? So these people are determined to simultaneously, out of alignment with the natural order, be the epitome of the third eye blind prosperity preacher. Gatekeepers, okay, to unveiled sight. In other words, standing in the way of your redemption. Okay? So gatekeepers to unveiled sight, positive electromagnetic potential, fueling the instability and imbalance of this electromagnetic creation matrix program by having no awareness or interest in knowing the electromagnetic purpose and conscious function of their all bloodline male and female members. Their thought processes in this, our matrix program, spoken of in the book of Numbers 3, verses 9 through 12. They are only concerned about the balanced relationship between the bank and the injustice system and the tithing parishioners. No different than our any other third eye blind service provider, hard at work sustaining the condition of conscious dysfunction, exacerbating our degree of unconsciousness and state of suspended magnetic electrochemical automated animation. And folks, as I said, when you and I are amplified by being in misidentity, watching, viewing TV, enjoying the programs that we do enjoy, we are never the wiser. We're never the wiser on realizing exactly what we are creating against ourselves. Okay? As a result of having no awareness of who we are. Okay? So the condition of dysfunction exacerbating our degree of unconsciousness, our state of suspended magnetic electrochemical automated animation, all right, or electromagnetic conversion into lesser, lower vibrational avatars. We have not been aware of the reality that we were going to convert into these avatars that we presently exist in that literally do not last long at all. Now, you know, if you think about the many different animals that exist here, there are animals that live hundreds of years longer than we do. Correct? Of course. Now, the reality is, folks, we're the immortal co-creators of our Matrix program, and all of the temporal supports that we magnetically convert through, they, of course, exist with the same duality that the 24-hour day exists with. So when it comes to the avatars that we have the capacity to exist in, as I've mentioned before, they are avatars that grow to exist for thousands of years. Sun and moon cycles. And of course, they also exist, unfortunately, at the end of the spectrum of avatars that exist in the traveling through via the negative electromagnetic path that we are traveling on. They only exist to the 110 year mark. Now, of course, this is also due to the programming of the mind. You and I have been being consistently programmed with lies in regards to who we are. And these lies has, of course, sustained the diet that we've been and are presently, a lot of you, so customized to. And literally, you don't want to hear nothing about changing your diet. And for the most part, it's because of laziness and ignorance. Let's face it, folks. If I can do the things I've done and let go of them, there's no reason why none of you can. Okay? I talk to people all the time who are quite amused and amazed at the fact that I don't eat any animal products. I don't drink. I don't smoke. I don't do a lot. I don't know porno. That doesn't mean I'm not attracted to females, the female form. Of course, the avatar is beautiful, no different than the beautiful flowers are beautiful in the garden. Okay? However, what's most beautiful about those females now is the frequency behind that flesh. And that frequency can only be authentic if the right foods are in the body. You got me? So there are disciplines that you live by to be authentic. You got me? And this is what you and I want more than anything, because we are running out of time to be the people we're meant to be in this, our very own Matrix program. And it's not difficult to do, as I've said. It is ignorance. It is the fact that we do not like to be told we're wrong. The scriptures tell us this, and the scriptures are very, very even in allowing us an opportunity to realize just how self-deceptive we can be. So I need you people to realize that, my brothers and sisters, there's nowhere for us to turn but the truth and authenticity. Because without us being authentic from this point on, without us being authentic and forcing our brothers and sisters to align, we are going to be destroyed. How about that one, Mr. Ray Higgins? Do you want to tell your family and friends that? Mr. Farrakhan and you brothers in the faiths out there who did a good job of hijacking the truth for years? You guys want to talk about all that stuff? You want to talk about the real zombie apocalypse that is going to be sustained by people deciding, instead of the fact that they can't eat beef because food shortage is being fashioned and created, has left them so out of their minds and bloodthirsty that they're willing to eat a corpse that's starved? As long as it's meat, why not put it on the grill and let's just, have an end times barbecue? You're not willing to talk about that, are you? You disgusting, despicable, demonic, unconscious beast, you. Well, I got another thing coming to you. It's almost game time. And you have already lost. Okay? Mark my words. Mark my words. My brothers and sisters, if you are willing to know your place and reclaim your right identity and power, acknowledge your rightful righteous administration, responsibility to self, which is the matrix. And to do this, we specifically, the black man and woman,